Hey, this is Russ. I'm back out on the road. Yeah, we're heading to Busse Woods again. Now, for many of you who are brand new to the channel, this might be the first time you're heading to Busse Woods with me. But I've been there many times in the past. And I decided to do it today because it gives us a little bit of distance to go. Now again, I'm using the Bike Map app to give me directions of how to get there. And I know the last time I tried to get there, it took me on some different methods and different paths to go to get there. So there we go. So the thing is, the car wasn't sure whether to go or not to go. This is the problem. So I forced him to go because I just kind of hung back as long as I could without falling over. But he had the right of way to go. But drivers sometimes don't know, or they're cautious because they don't know whether you're going to go through or not. But whenever there's cars, I do stop. So we're heading off there, and I know that the way we typically go, they've been doing a lot of road construction in this general area. So what we're riding on right now is new asphalt, which of course feels really good. It's nice and smooth. But when they're actually working on the road, that's another story. Yeah, because we came down this road before, and I mean, it was still hot asphalt, so that wasn't good. But it's cooled down now, of course. It's been quite a few days now. I've heard that it takes a couple of days for the asphalt to totally cure. But they do allow cars to ride on it immediately. The minute they put it down, they allow them on it. I'm going to answer a couple questions that I got through comments that might be beneficial to everybody in case not everyone reads the comments. Somebody asked me about my mirrors. Let me talk about the mirrors here. This mirror here is made by a company called Hafni, and I kind of like the design. It's got a nice looking curve to this, and I like the look of the mirror itself too. They make a blue tinted mirror supposedly for daylight time, and then they make a clear mirror, which is an all-around type mirror, and I have the clear one. I read some comments before. Some people felt that the blue, I don't know, kind of hindered them a little bit. They didn't really like it as much, so to be safe, I ordered the clear, and I'm happy with the clear. So I have this mirror, and this is in the affiliate links in the description of all my videos. You could always find what I have on my bike if you just look at the description. It tells you everything that I have on there. And of course, most of them are Amazon affiliate links, so you can order on there. I make a few dollars if you do. You have to order a lot for me to make a few dollars, okay? A lot of times it's in the pennies. But that's okay. It still helps on the long run. Because a lot of you guys have been ordering things through my links, and I really appreciate it. It has helped me out a lot, believe me. Being retired and not having an income coming in through me, my wife is still working. It hurts a little bit. You don't see that coming in. Now, obviously, I make a little bit on YouTube as well. Now that we're past the minimum 1,000 subscriber mark, I do get paid from YouTube for those ads that run. And let me say this too, I appreciate all you guys who have told me before that you let the ads run on Russ's Right videos. I really appreciate that. I know a lot of people just skip through them, but they do it to support me, so I really appreciate it. So the Hafni, okay, so that's the Hafni, and I don't recall the prices. I'm not in front of a computer, obviously, so I can't pull up prices for you, but you can find it. The links are there. All right, the other mirror I have is on my wife's Rad Mini Step Through 2 bike. And she has the Rad mirror. This is the one that's sold directly from Rad Power Bikes. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't put this on any other bike, all right? You can put it on any bike you want. I know it's more expensive than the Hafni mirror. And at first, I didn't really think much of that mirror. I didn't really like the looks of it. But the more I see it, the more I keep thinking, it's actually not too bad of a mirror. It definitely costs more, but it's kind of a tear shape. It's kind of a tear shaped mirror, and that allows you to see a little bit more. Like these have cutouts. You see on the mirror here, they have cutouts, and it's kind of a design thing. But if you think about it, if it was all tear shaped, you actually see more because there's more actual surface area on the mirror. So that's a good one too. All right. Then I have another mirror on the Magicycle. The Magicycle is a mirror that they sell on the Magicycle site. All right. And they actually give you two mirrors for the money. Again, I'm not 100% sure of the pricing. I think it's kind of similar to what the Rad mirror costs, but you get two. You get a left and a right. Now, having said that, do I use them both? No, I only use the left mirror because, on the right side here, we have a lot of stuff, right? We've got a throttle right here by my thumb. I got the gear shifter here, and then there's nothing left to put a mirror. And the Magicycle is kind of the same way. The handlebars kind of curve downwards, so there's not a real easy place to put that right mirror. So while you get two of them, you might find that you could only use one of them. Now, here in the United States, since we ride on the right-hand side of the street, the left mirror is our most important mirror. We want to see who's behind us, right? Or who's trying to pass us on the left side. So for us, it's okay to have this. Like I said before, I was asking the guys in the UK, how are you guys handling it? And most of them use bar end mirrors, it sounds like. They're the ones that stick off to the side of the handlebars. So I think in their cases, that's probably the best thing to do. If I'm wrong, let me know. But Russ is always right. Unless he's wrong. Yeah. So yeah, we're heading to Busse Woods. We're gonna cross this road here. It's called Palatine Road. This is a busy street, obviously. Just kind of angle a little bit here. You can see cars come down. They're about I think they do 45 miles an hour. Looking on the opposite direction, there's a speed limit sign there. And for us to cross, we have to be in this lane in order to do it. Now, I know the first time I ever rode across this street and sitting in this lane, I always felt a little funny about it, a little self-conscious about it, because I know the cars are sitting here, they're all staring at me. Every one of them are looking at me. Because I'm a big guy, I've got a big yellow vest on, I got a big heavy looking bike with batteries on it. I have batteries strapped on the rear rack. I have a battery right in the middle of the triangle. Yeah, this is a heavy bike. You got a heavy guy with a heavy bike. How could you miss it? But I've always said if this bike can handle my weight and everything I carry along with it, it's doing pretty good. And both the Rad Rover and the Magicycle can do it. Magicycle claims a 350-pound limit now. They used to claim 275. They're claiming 350 now. And the Rad, of course, claims a 275 maximum weight limit. I'm probably at that limit with my weight plus everything I carry. All right, so we got past the intersection. The key is getting past the intersections. You don't want to hang around an intersection any longer than you have to. That's a good place to get hit. Let me tell you something my wife said recently too. She's fairly new to e-bikes. She hasn't biked in a long time as well, just like me. When I stopped, she stopped. And we both used to go biking when we were out in San Diego. Then when my knees really got messed up and when we moved back to Chicago, then my knees were really kind of messed up. we kind of stopped biking. She hasn't ridden a bike since then either. So of course I started up again with the e-bike, and I told her that, you know, if you got an e-bike, we can go places, we can do things. She had no interest. She really didn't care. She still okay, I think she cares more now that she has an e-bike, but she didn't really care, and she says, nah, you go get your bike, fix your knees up with it, and I'll just stay home. Well, as you might know, so many of you guys have ordered rad power bikes using my $50 discount code that's in the descriptions, that we were able to get her a bike with the referral money that's given to us whenever people save $50 and we get $50. So we were shy by a little bit, and they were running out of rad mini step through 2s. They were closing it out. No special prices. They were just telling everyone, you know, if you don't order now, you're going to run out and you won't have any. So we placed the order right away. We were shy by, I think it was total about $240, something like that. So I asked her, I said, do you want the Expand 5? Because we can save up all the money and get it for free and not pay anything. But no, she wanted the mini step through 2 because it has a front suspension and there's some better components and stuff on it. So after she got it, she's taken it out now, I think 3 or 4 times now, and man, she is getting better on it. She rides just like me. I mean, she'll start out at about 15 miles an hour and she'll move up to 20 miles an hour. And we're riding the streets. We're riding the streets to get to the grocery stores. So she's getting more excited about it, but she's not the enthusiast like me. She'll go and do her grocery run, and that's about it. She's not gonna go joyriding. Now, here's a reason behind that too, let me tell you. She has really bad allergies, and with pollen and everything around, she really cannot ride for a long distance in time. She has to take allergy pills to ride, and she's wearing a mask as well to help filter out the pollen. Now that kind of takes away the fun, I think. And so I really can't blame her for not wanting to do additional rides beyond what she's able to do, because nobody wants to ride with the mask on and everything. I mean, people don't even want the mask on normal times. Yeah, there's a lot of things to dodge here. They've only partially finished this road, so you can see there's things sticking up. That's the sewer manhole covers are sticking up, and there's holes cut out there, and yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to run over that. Probably fly over the handlebars. So yeah, it's not that great. So I have to stay kind of in the middle of the lane here. So I'm keeping an eye on the rear view mirror just to make sure that nobody's coming up from behind me and I'm taking up the space. So we're going to turn here. And again, I am doing the rolling stops. No need to comment. We know what's happening. But again, that's kind of hard. Let me tell you why that's a hard stop. It's because I got to put my right hand out to let them know I'm turning. I can't squeeze the right brake. I can't throttle if I wanted to. I could only squeeze the left brake, and then if I had to make a full stop, jump off the bike. Think about that. That is really not easy to do. Yeah, people do it, but you know, it's not easy for me. So we come down to, I don't know, 5-10 miles an hour. I don't know what it comes out to be, 5 miles an hour. Sometimes the speedometer never catches up. You know, you could be down to almost a crawl, and then you can still see that there's some mileage being registered there. I've noticed too, another thing too, I was looking at our videos, and some videos that I know that I did a fairly decent stop, I look at it and it doesn't even look like I stopped. It's almost like the camera has a slight distortion on it, so that you really can't tell how fast, how slow, whether you're stopping well or not. So Yeah, I can't really help that. So the video that came out this morning, as I'm recording this, was about whether we should stockpile some of the videos so that we had things to watch during the winter months. And I haven't seen them all because I'm riding in the morning now, so the video hasn't been out that long, maybe a couple hours. What time is it now? It's 9:03 in the morning, so it's been out 2 hours, and several people said they're fine with that. Record what we can, hang on to some, and then we'll have some new things to see during the winter months or times when it's raining or something where I can't go out and ride or I can't make a video because I'm stuck doing something else. So I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to record some things. I may end up cutting the videos a little bit shorter so we have some additional footage to use for other things. But these videos have been like 40 minutes, 50 minutes long. Yeah, maybe they'll turn into half-hour videos. I don't know. If we segment it, then at least there's things to see for one day, and then more things to see on another day. So yeah, I got to play with it. I got to figure out what's the best way to do it. So this week, I'm finishing the second part of the Magicycle review. That'll be coming out most likely on Saturday. And so we're going to be covering some things I didn't get a chance to talk about on the first part of the review. Programming of the Magicycle and some advanced features, that type of thing. Some comments after having ridden the bike for quite a while now. So be sure to watch Saturday's video. Give them a little bit of support. They're helping out our channel as well. And with them giving me the bike to do the review, that gives me more ability to do certain things that I wasn't able to do before. So I really appreciate it. Oh, another question somebody asked me is, what is this thing up here? This entity. That's a light. Now I do have a light that came with this rad rover. It's mounted in the front of my basket, underneath, not underneath the basket, but totally in front of the basket, but below. Okay, and those lights are okay, but they're not really bright. I don't really ride at night. I ride mostly during the daytime, and so you might think, well, why do you even need another light? Well, the ones in the front don't blink. They're just constantly on, and they don't have a lot of power. Magicycle has a light as well, and it's kind of similar to the rad light. So I think those only have like 60 lumen, maybe under 100. I think at least the rad specs it out that way. I don't think there was a specification on the Magicycle, but it looks very similar to the rad, so I'm going to assume it's kind of similar. And then there's a rear tail light, of course. So while we have that, I use the rear tail light when I hit the brakes. The tail light lights up, of course. It tells people you're stopping. That's kind of nice. Same thing with the Magicycle. You hit the brakes, it tells you you're stopping. Whether the lights are on or not, it'll light up when you hit the brakes. But I wanted a blinking light. I wanted one that was flashing. So I bought this thing. It's made by a company called Entity. And people have told me that light is, the link that I had was no longer valid. Because I think it's because the company that was selling it still sells it, but it was a promotional price that I had on it when I bought it. It was this light and a additional rear tail light that blinks. So I have them on the bike, and I move them back and forth. And this one, at least, is an 800 lumen light. So you can imagine how much brighter it is. And since I use it during the daytime, it's more visible. And the blinking grabs attention as well. And the rear tail light's also more powerful than the Rad's tail light or the Magicycle tail light. So Magicycle though is going to be sending me an accessory light, which I'll be putting on, and I believe that one is I think it's 1,000 lumen if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Check their website, but it's similar to this in the sense that it's very, very powerful, and of course these lights are USB charged. They don't run off of the battery of your bike, so you have to charge it up. You know, after a certain amount of time has gone by, you have to charge it up. Same thing with the tail light. I think you get more run time on the front light than you do on the rear tail light. It's because it's bigger batteries in there. All right, our turn to finally go. Now today, weather-wise, it's not too bad. It's I believe, am I turning here? I guess I'm turning here. I believe it's in the lower 60s right now. I have shorts on again. I have short sleeves on. I don't have a sweatshirt on. I do have my safety vest on. I got my gloves on. I'm already getting tanned, believe it or not, folks. The fingertips, see the fingers? They're not covered. That gets tanned. Everything underneath that glove is lighter in color already. My legs are getting tanned up too. Eventually my face will too. When you'll start seeing me, you're gonna have a hard time recognizing me. All right, we gotta go up this. Well, we can't. They're doing construction. This is the one that they typically tell us to go up this road. There was a sign that says, "Please use the road," or use the sidewalk. I'm sorry, but not the case now. They took it down, probably because they're working. You can see there's road construction up ahead there. All right, I'm gonna have to move to the left. So yeah, that's all closed up. So they took down that sign that typically says use this sidewalk. So I was going to show you the sign. Now I can't even show it to you. They took it down, I think, specifically for that construction. If they ever put it back up, I'll make sure you guys see it. All right. So, anyways, yeah, the lights. I like having the external light because it makes me more visible. All right, so where's the Rad Rover at right now? Sorry if you see cables. My mic cable sometimes flies in front of the camera. I don't know how else to deal with it. 2,822 miles on the Rad Rover. Now our mileage is going to look a little different this year because we're splitting time between bikes. I guess I could take it and add up the total mileage from various bikes, but we'll see at the end of the year how I'm going to deal with that. Last year we did 2,600 miles, as you know. People have asked me if I bought the wrong bike because of my knee replacement. I wasn't strong enough on the leg, and they said maybe you should have bought a step through and all this stuff. Let me address that real quickly too. All right, I purposely did not buy a step through, and the reason is because while my leg is not strong or wasn't strong at the time, flexibility is probably better than maybe other people who are 63 years old, my same age. And the reason is because I did martial arts. That's actually what did in my knees, by the way. I did martial arts, and that kind of messed up my knees. But my flexibility of swinging my leg over the top is not that bad still. I do tilt the bike down when I swing my leg over. But you know, back in the day, I was kicking. I would be kicking over your head. That's how high I was able to flex and do things. Of course, you're older now. You can't do that anymore. and especially now with bad knees, bad hips, I can't really do it as much. But I still have better flexibility, even so, than many other people I've seen, even though I've had issues with my knees and hips. So I didn't buy the step through because I didn't think I really needed it. In addition to that, I wanted the triangle of a step over bike because I knew I was going to eventually change out those batteries to a triangle battery so that I can get more range. So that's why today you see on the Rad Rover I have a triangle battery in there. If I had a step through bike, I wouldn't be able to get a triangle battery to fit in there because there wouldn't be a triangle. So that's the reason why I didn't buy a step through. Now, the Magicycle is a mid-step bike. You can't put a triangle battery there either, all right? And other bikes are pure step-through bikes. You don't have a triangle, you can't do it. So let's cross over here. So that's the reason I didn't get a step-through bike. But I'm okay with it. You know, I'm able to ride it. It's not like I can't get in and get out of the bike. And the bike is not too large for me. People said that maybe the bike is too big for me. No, I'm 5'10". I'm a big guy and I'm 5'10". It's a good height. It's a good size for me. Alright, let me move forward here so people turning right can continue to take a right turn if they have to. I noticed here at the Burger King it says 2 for $6, Big King. I did a review of the Big King, remember that? If you haven't seen some of those food reviews, go ahead and get on there and take a look at it. I think they had a promo for $6. You can do a Big King or a Big Fish. So I did a Big Fish and a Big King. I ended up liking the Big Fish better, I think, than the Big King. The Big King wasn't that big. What can we call that? Little Prince? I don't know. But it's Burger King, so it's got to be called Big King. But I remember at one time the Big King was bigger than it is now. All right. Oh, another thing. Somebody says, I've noticed you don't use your gears a whole lot. That's true. I don't. It usually only alternates between 6 and 7. If I feel like I'm ghost pedaling, if I'm pedaling a little too much and can't seem to catch up with how fast we're going, I'll move to 7. But most of the other time I'm using on 6. Now you may ask why I don't do what I do. And that's really because I'm going to go up the sidewalk here. So we're going to have to cross over. That's because where I'm mostly flatland, and I don't need to go to the lower gears that often. So that's why I don't let's move this way. There's a crosswalk thing here. So, well, I guess it doesn't matter. We got the green light. I'm gonna let this guy turn right first. We've got 3 guys turning right. Let's let them turn first. I don't want to get run over. So I will not have a need to go to the lower gears because we're pretty flat. Lower gears a lot of times is for climbing hills and things. And one thing that you'll notice, even though if I might be in gear number 6, you'll see me throttle while I pedal to get up across an intersection. There's a couple reasons I do that. First off, it helps me get through the intersection faster, and it allows me to get some speed up so that I don't need to be in gear 3 or gear 4 or gear 5. I can start out of the gear 6 and let let the throttle bring me up to speed to the point where gear 6 is usable. The wind is hitting me real hard. I can't hear myself, so it sounds like I'm yelling at you. I'm sorry. So that's the reason why you'll see me not really change further than 6 and 7, because of the technique that I use. Now, I think you can do the same thing, but it takes a little bit of time to get used to doing that. So we are on our way to Busse Woods. Typically, I will let you guys go at about this point. I'm going to just find a good spot I can switch over. Because then the video starts getting a little too long. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to continue on, and it'll probably be another video another day or the next day. I'm not really sure when I'm going to release it. But yeah, I'm going to keep going. So mileage wise, I did about 8 to 9 miles, something like that. And we're now into the area of where Busse Woods is. Okay, I'll let you guys go. I'll talk to you next time.